In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a push-up, just a normal push-up. After you have progressed, if you needed to, from a wall push-up to slowly changing and declining, and then eventually you do what we call an incline push-up, which is just having your hands on a bench or a mid-high 2 foot to 3 foot high surface, and you're doing push-ups there, which makes it a little bit easier for you to achieve nice depth. It takes some weight out of your shoulders so you can really master the form of the push-up and strengthen your pecs and your delts and your serratus and get that movement pattern solid. Then you can progress to a full push-up. I think in yoga especially, we are very, very guilty of throwing people in the deep end too quickly. And we have people doing chaturangas, full depth, like a ton of them in your standard, what we call a basic yoga class or yoga for beginners. And we have them doing a bunch of chaturangas. Chaturanga is a push-up, and chaturanga is not a beginner's activity. It is very difficult. So you need to work up to it slowly. Once you're ready, however, it's time to do a push-up. So when you get to the floor and you're ready to do a push-up and you're wondering where should I put my hand, I would generally recommend taking your hands a little wider than your shoulders. Okay, now in yoga, we would take the hands about shoulder width distance, get them slightly wider, and then slide them backwards, and our elbows would go backwards. That would be a chaturanga. The difference between that and sort of a normal push-up is just basically hands under the shoulders, then walk them out a little bit, and no, the elbows don't go straight out to the sides, but they also don't go straight back. So somewhere kind of in the middle is where you'll go for the push-up. Really, the simplest way is just find a natural grip that feels comfortable to you, and that is probably fine. So here we are. We want to get our hands in that comfortable position, get our toes curled under, straighten the legs, and we want to start by just doing little half bend push-ups and then push back up and make sure we have strength there. You can work on that for several weeks and build up strength. Then slowly progress to increase your depth. Increasing depth is increasing intensity. We need to start in a manageable position and progress slowly over time. But eventually, when you are ready, we want to just try to do a nice push-up and imagine that we have a nice long stick, basically, attached. So from our head to our mid-back to our crack, if you will, and we want to imagine that that line is nice and straight. So the head's not jutting forward, not because it's going to hurt you, but just because it's going to help you be stronger as you progress through your exercise. Okay, so here we are, nice long straight line, and we lower down, and we push back up, and we lower down, and we push back up, and we lower down, and we push back up. And you'll do as many of those as you feel comfortable. If you start to notice that you are doing so many that your form gets crappy, it's not that you're going to necessarily get injured there. It's just that compensation is an indication of fatigue. If you start off with what we would consider really good form, and then you progress and your form starts to look like crap by the time you've done 10 repetitions or 10 push-ups, then you're tired and you're not actually strong enough to perform that activity yet. But if you keep doing enough of them and you keep doing them at a reasonable intensity, a reasonable depth, and you do a reasonable amount of them, eventually you'll be able to do more of them. So it's not that the form is gonna kill you, it's that the form is an indication that maybe you're pushing yourself a little bit harder than you can really handle today, okay? Thank you very much for watching. Hey, if you're interested in personal training, I do one-on-one personal training online. So go to my website and you can schedule a free discovery call as well to check out if we'd be a good fit for each other. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Peace.